Good morning. This is Mary from KindEdge.com, and I'm popping in to do just a quickie here about the totems that I have on KindEdge.com and some of their individual meanings. I've looked at a few. These totems are objects of meaning that you bring into real life so that when you're working to achieve a big and difficult new goal or new way of living, the change is hard and the work that you have to do is difficult, whether you're trying to change your behaviors and the patterns in your day so you can run a marathon, or whether you're trying to start a new business or write a book or do something that you've never done before and you're needing to work hard to change people around you, environments around you, as well as yourself. You need a lot of encouragement because these things are never done in a day. And so when I look at a few of the totems on KindEdge.com, there's a theme that I saw in a handful of them. So I thought I would share the grouping of them. And the theme is making something sustainable, which is you cannot drive hard and be impatient to see results in these big life transformational goals, because they are harder when you get into them. You see the details, you see the daily grind, you see the need to return back to it again and again. You see the unfinished. In these big projects, they expand as you get into the details. You find one detail you thought was going to be a small bit turns into a big bit or a big barrier that requires negotiations, meetings, solutions, new software, whatever it is you're seeking. And you need to honor the time it takes to sit still and deal with that one problem. And as other problems expand, you say, okay, I see this is going to be a long game and I have to make this sustainable. So the tools that I learned for myself when I became impatient about progress, about finding the right solution for everything immediately, about hoping that the first attempt would be the right attempt or the right way versus knowing that it's an experiment. What I discovered is that you have to fun-size everything. And I'm reminding myself of this as I'm dealing with my flooded home after the 2 hurricanes in Florida. My home got flooded and there's so much to do. And so you can exhaust yourself at the end of the day and then you become unhealthy, you stop working out, you stop taking your vitamins at night. So I really define clearly the tasks needed for reparations on my house when I walk in there, meaning the things I need to physically touch. As I've said in past videos, I have no more fingernails because I've just been touching and picking and lifting and boxing everything that remained. And there's still it seems that somehow every time you walk into an empty, gutted space, there's still something you have to touch or rebuff or fix or whatever. And so I really clearly define the task that I'm committing to as I walk in there, or if I'm meeting with a contractor. And then I know that before I get exhausted or kind of mentally lost in the swirling vortex, I try to remind myself that I have a segment of work there, and that segment will be followed by a reward. So I'm fun-sizing the work. So it's going to be an interaction with an electrician. It's going to be a couple of tasks around the house that I've clearly listed. If I don't have all the solutions, it's pushed to the next day. For example, we have a shortage on storage boxes. I've been ordering them from Amazon. Some Amazon deliveries have been delayed. So I said, okay, these tasks won't stop the workers from doing work tomorrow. I'll wait till those Amazon boxes arrive because it would just be chaos trying to pick up every one little item and not have a box for it. Excuse me. So fun-size everything. I've got that on a handful of things. I've got that on some gym shorts that I remind myself that when I work out and wear these gym shorts, you're fun-sizing it. Because you want to do the work and then have a reward. You can't just pound yourself because that kind of energy inside of you will start to fade. So you want to make sure it's fun, it's interesting, you're rewarding yourself with a coffee afterwards or a walk afterwards or the release of your brain. Or for me, my workouts are actually part reward, part work. So I alternate the way I work out. I do power yoga, I do ballet, I do running. And so each one has, running's reward is I get to listen to an audiobook. Power yoga is the teacher teaches me and just pulls it out of me and gets more out of me than I would myself. And the ballet has music and lovely things. So each one kind of has its reward. So if you fun size things, just think this is hard work and we're going to back it up by something rewarding, fun, relaxing in little bits. That is the way to create the long chain of hard work that you're willing to come back to each day. You cannot just pound and pound and pound day after day. You will either burn out or you will kind of stop living in the moment and enjoying where you are, because it is a long game and you have to enjoy where you are in the process. Off duty is another set of products I have. I have some basketball slides that say off duty. I have, there's a weekender bag that you can buy that says off duty, a walking hat, a set kind of little comfy walking hat, bucket hat, and it says off duty. And that is important to me. And the bucket hat's really cute because it says it on top. So nobody sees it, but you know it's up there. You've got to know when you're off duty. You've got to define a time each day to be off duty. Not always responding, taking in calls, on duty. It's not good for your cortisol system. It will make you sick. It will make you tired. It'll make you less able to return to the hard work the next day. So you need to define when you're going off duty and then own that and just say, really, I'm off duty. Similarly, important to me, a meditation hat. There's a baseball cap that says meditation in progress. It's good for me as well as others. So if somebody in my house sees I have a meditation hat on, I'm literally sitting there meditating, busy, like I'm on duty meditating, so meditation hat. But also if you have a meditation hat and you don't touch it, when you put it on, you feel like, oh good, I'm back in my meditation mode, I'm meditating. You have that relationship with an object of meaning that feels good. It's a ritual. And so sometimes as you step into a different mode from a busy day and it's your little buzzer goes off on your phone, 2 o'clock, time to meditate, having that hat is a way of going, okay, I'm changing modes and it's not weird that I'm going to sit on the floor in this random room. So check out the meditation hat. The other is there's a fasting hat and a fasting shirt. Fasting is hard. If you just set a goal of fasting, whether you're doing it intermittent fasting day by day, or if you're fasting 3-4 days or so on, it's nice. So it says, be kind, I'm fasting, right? So if you're wearing a baseball cap, it says, be kind, I'm fasting. It'll stop people from offering you food all the time. Every time you're fasting, you will find people are just offering you food left and right. And if you say, be kind, I'm fasting, they'll understand if you're a little bit grumpy because you're hungry on day 2, day 3. And they'll also stop offering you food, which is not kind and not supportive to your goals. So that fasting hat is a great one for sustaining and kind of, letting this process work itself forward. Slow is flow. I have a keychain that says slow is flow. And that is so important because as you get into the details and you have to do this, and you can see the future, you can see the progress in your goals, but you have to sit for 4 hours doing this one little part of one little task. And you feel like, I am not getting to the end goal. I'm not seeing that thing. I don't have anything to show for this because I'm doing this right now. Slow is flow. Just keep coming back to it and you'll see all the pieces of your project, your goal, your challenge stack up and you will start to see progress. If you daisy chain these tasks together, you look back and go, oh, I actually am already in a few weeks or months in a very different place than I was back then, even though I felt like I was just doing such little steps and little progress each day. I love that. I think it's an important totem words to see in your day to remind you, I'm sitting here now, this feels like I'm not going fast enough, but this is the work that needs to be done. And this is the work that goes on behind the scenes of other people that I see doing it. And it's never applauded, nobody sees it, but it is the process to get to where you want to go. Last is airplane mode, similar to off duty. Airplane mode, there's a big hoodie sweatshirt, comfy hoodie sweatshirt, it says airplane mode. I love airplane mode. I'm so productive on airplanes because I'm offline, on my computer, just output. Thoughts aligned, that you feel comfortable. You don't feel like you're reacting to things. So the concept of airplane mode is something I love, because when you're in airplane mode, you're literally like, I'm being me and I'm doing work, or I'm making progress, or I'm exploring ideas, but I'm not in a rush. I can poke around. God, airplane mode, what a great time to poke around reading things that you want to explore, but you don't feel like you have time to do. So airplane mode is another one of those. Make the work that you're doing sustainable. Take a break. Take a time when you're not on call. So I just wanted to share those. I think they're really fun, beneficial ideas and concepts to bring into your real life, because you might have a general wisdom that those are concepts that are good, but you forget when the day pulls you into distraction and chaos and busyness. So it's good to have these little reprogramming totems. Peace.